Thank you for joining us today on What's Up Prince William. I'm St. Billingsley, and today we have, as a lot of people know, as recess mom, Barbara Larrimore. Thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell me how all this recess mom got started.
I noticed when my son David came home from kindergarten that he would come home with holes bitten into his collars and his sleeves, and I couldn't put it all together for a couple of years actually, and then looking at schedules in Fairfax County and in Arlington County of my friends, seeing that they actually their children get a lot more physical activity in their day in terms of the PE classes and recess time, and I just assumed that I couldn't do anything about it. I just assumed that's the way school was, and so I just started this campaign to say, why are we not doing these things that we know are good for our kids?
And so why is it important for the kids to have more recess? So maybe put a little in perspective. How much recess are they getting now compared to what do they need?
Well, the American Academy of Pediatrics states that the children should have 60 minutes of vigorous activity every day. And the children in Prince William County spend about half of their waking hours in school. So if you're just going by that metric, they should be spending 30 minutes of physical activity at school while they're there, and then possibly the other 30 minutes at home. So that's what I'm asking for, is kind of that bare minimum going off of the standard of the American Academy of Pediatrics. Right now they're getting 15 minutes of recess and that's their sole physical activity on the days that they're not getting PE. And they have PE once a week, 1 week, and then twice a week the next week. And that's the schedule that they have at Lake Ridge. Some have a little bit more progressive policies. At some schools they have twice a week, and then some have less. So we're kind of at the bottom, but still not very much.
Gotcha. And what have you been doing to spread the word about this issue?
I've been doing a lot of social media. I started my More Recess and PWC Facebook page, my own personal Facebook page. I've just hosted a pep rally at the school board meeting. I've gone to as many school board meetings as I can since I've started this over the last 6 months. And I recently had a town hall meeting in Lake Ridge to try to get more of the people who are most affected by this at Lake Ridge Elementary School to know.
And tell us a little more about the town hall that you had. So that was something recent that you did. And what was the reaction of people with that?
There was a great reaction from the community in terms of asking good questions to the chairman. They were active. They're getting to know the issues better, not just about PE and recess, but the reasons why we don't have more PE and recess, which is instructional hours and just constraints with the budget and things like that. So just getting to know how to advocate for things is so important, but getting the information. So that's what I was hoping to get the people at Lake Ridge to know more about these kinds of issues and where we can start and how we can advocate more for our kids.
And since you started this journey, what kind of issues or what have you kind of learned along the way, even dealing with people, or even people at different levels of who you have to talk to?
People are very willing to have a nice conversation. Everybody from the school board to the people in the legislature down to the principal and teachers, everybody's willing to have the conversation, but nobody is willing to kind of take that next step and say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to find these creative solutions to work around instructional minutes and finances and things like that. I get a lot of people saying, I agree with you. This is the right thing to do, 100%. But there's always a but. So that's kind of what I'm working with and what I'm learning now is how to overcome barriers to try to make this realistic and happen for Prince William County, because the list of 100 top rated elementary schools in Virginia came out and we were not even one. It was Fairfax, Arlington, Fairfax, Arlington, Fairfax, Arlington, and that's not the way I think we should be. Our caliber of teacher, our caliber of student is no less here than we have in Fairfax or Arlington. So what do we need to do to get us up? And I really believe that recess and PE are a fundamental way to start getting the children what they need, their basic needs met first.
And is there anything else that you are having to work with, or anybody that you run into some other particular barriers other than just the butt part? Is there anything else that's been challenging?
Right now I'm trying to get some legislation together to hopefully next January, when whoever is in office goes there, we'll be able to put something down and put a House bill out there, and just writing that and kind of figuring out how to do that and make that happen. So I've just been contacting teachers and principals and school board officials and school board members to try to help me get those pieces together so that we can actually put this in motion in a very real way.
And you said you're doing a bit of social media. So how can people, what's your Facebook handle? You have Twitter? What do you have?
Yes, More Recess in PWC is the Facebook. I'm still learning how to use Twitter, so I'll get there. Or they can email me directly at blarrimore5@gmail.com.
Excellent. Very good. Well, I think it's a great cause to take up, and obviously our kids need that. And thank you very much for being on our show today.
Thank you so much.
And can't wait to see what happens over the next year.
Me too.
All right, thank you. Thank you for joining us on What's Up, Prince William.